Hi, everybody. I have been called to bring a message to any of you who are most certainly feeling whatever you're feeling. I know that there is, for myself, a lot of, I felt very unbalanced in this last few days. It is, by the way, it is the 4th of November here in New Zealand. So it's Monday afternoon, and the time is 3:24 p.m. in the afternoon. And I know just by chatting to a few of my friends, a few of my clients who are in the US, it may feel as if, so much is unsure of at the moment. I know that a lot of us have been shown as channels, and a lot of people that are putting information out there are sharing that the shift is now. Remember, Spirit speak in the now, and that's the learning for us to be in the now. And I do it with a big smile on my face because it's something I'm still learning to do and be. And I hope that for any of you that live in the United States, that you are finding a space of balance. Hello, spiritual gangster. Hello, Andy. Hello, Steph. So nice for you guys to be here twice in one day, Tim. How lucky are we? We had the Council of Eight community this morning, and it was just beautiful. So for those of you in the States, I was sitting and I thought, what could I share? What could I share for those actually across the world that are really feeling this unbalanced energy? Because it really, really is a time of intensity. I was sitting on my phone having a few minutes out and going, ging, 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 and, getting caught down the good old Puff Daddy wormhole because, that's what just fills me up. But no, it actually doesn't. Okay, that sounds very wrong in every way. So I'll just take that comment back, which I obviously can't delete now because I'm live. That's why I don't like doing lives, because sometimes my mouth just shoots off. But I got stuck down that road. Okay. But yeah, I think that I know that and I didn't share this in my community this morning or with you guys, was that I most certainly felt a lot of fear. I have been awake since early hours of the morning, and I've just felt this heaviness this weekend, this real kind of just unsure. Even I don't do this with my leg, but my husband was saying, "What the heck's going on?" I'm like, I don't know. I just felt that kind of energy, like the intensity, and it was like my body just needed to release. So spent time in the ocean this weekend, freeze my butt off, but it was great because the cold water just brings me back into myself and just lying in the sun. So find the space that you guys can just find balance, whatever that looks like. But I wanted to channel because the Council of Eight, they kind of nudge me when I'm sitting going down wormholes, because I've got so much time on my hands. But to be fair, my email's not working because we're just changing and chopping systems, which I don't understand anything about it. But my husband's helping me, and they said go and do a live and channel. And I was like, okay, what are we channeling about the States now? I feel like sometimes the world is holding its breath based on what's coming. Because I went down the one wormhole with Puff Daddy, and then I started watching things with regards to Elon Musk and just Joe Rogan, and just things that are being put out there. Good the good old thumb that just keeps going. I'm sure we've all got like less skin on our thumbs because we just keep scrolling, and now I see why my kids can get addicted to it. But I just thought, what could I say that's going to be beneficial? And they said to me, come and channel, because I know that when I'm channeling, I know that I feel absolutely, absolutely amazed at what they share. Remember, Spirit, the Council of Eight speak in the now. Some of the stuff might not make sense to us, but I know that even after I came off our group this morning and out of our community, I was like, oh my God, this is how I want to feel all the time. And we can. But at the same time, in this human experience, we're holding our breaths because we know that so much of what's been said politically is what we are waiting to see what's going to be fulfilled. And I'm not here to take sides. Please know that. I do not understand enough about politics. My hope is that whoever is chosen is for the greater good of humanity. That is my absolute hope. And I have most certainly been following Robert Kennedy Jr. He, for me, feels like he has a really big heart. He's come through a lot of um, his own adversities. He was a drug addict, so he understands trauma. He understands grief, and for me, that plays a big part in being a human being. Again, I'm not here to advocate anybody. I'm just saying, hey guys, what could we do individually to bring ourselves back into a space of our own hearts, into a space of love? Because honestly, we know that the world is fucked up, okay? We know that. And I'm just saying that, I'm just throwing that out there because I also get tired of sometimes the superficial BS that is thrown out there, because we don't know what others are going through. And you will never know until you've walked somebody else's journey, which actually doesn't happen in any case. None of us know what is going on in other people's worlds unless we ask. And not prod and poke, but unless we ask. So again, I can't sit here in New Zealand and go, oh my God, I'm being so balanced today because I went for an early morning plunge and life is just freaking spectacular. But hey, United States, do the same. We just don't know. People are all feeling, and when they're feeling what they're feeling, if we can show up and just give compassion, hold space for them. I learned this a long time ago in hospice, is you just listen. I'm still learning that, just by the way, because get into an argument with me and my husband, and it's like, and I can hear myself saying, just listen. Okay, but the defenses still come up, and that's what we're all here to learn, is to come back into our space of heart and follow what your bliss is, because there are many people out there that saying things, it may not resonate with you right now, but follow you. This is about you. We have leaders that we look up to, that we hope that are going to have our best interests at heart, but follow you. What does your heart tell you? Because our gut instinct, and listen to that silly little moment uh, of a statement, gut. Your gut will always know. Always. It's always on point. So what are your guts telling you? What are your hearts telling you right now? If you get that little inner ding, listen to that. So having said that, I'm going to bring them through. I have asked them to just share what they want to share, and that I asked them, could it be a message of upliftment to help anyone that is listening to this, you guys that are here. So thank you for being here, but also anyone in the States that is feeling this kind of energy. I most certainly, like I say, myself was feeling it. I went down some fear. I went down some paths that just didn't, like, I was like, what? Like, I really felt like this darkness looming over me, and I couldn't fathom it out. I had to ask myself, like, what the heck is going on? So I just started to listen to music and dance. Because I felt this heaviness and tired, exceptionally tired. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so freaking over this ascension path as well, okay? Because like, that's another one. Ascension symptoms. Okay, yes. Well, Jesus, have we been born with these ascension symptoms? And I hope one day that when I'm with Jesus, I'm like, can you just tell me? Like, it's been said we were born for these times, but I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, how much more? So this is the unbalancing, or the unbalancing that I most certainly felt. And for those of you who don't know me, I do like to take the piss, because that's what life's about. I got very serious on my spiritual journey, drove everybody mad, including myself and my husband and my family. And it was just like, Michelle, just take a breath. Where's the fun factor in being spiritual? Because we forget how to be fun. And, everybody's like, we've got to be a certain way. And I feel like even spirituality is its own kind of like, yes, sir, no, sir. This is the way it's got to be. Stop doing this, stop doing that, don't do that. And it's just like, hey, man, where did we lose our freedom in being spiritual? We know that we're spiritual beings. We know that we are light, that are having a human experience. But the human experience is rocky. And that's what we're here to learn. So find your fun, guys. Find your fun. Find your tribe that is fun. Because I am just so over all the don't use this toothpaste, don't drink this water, don't. And I'm like, oh, my soul. And I'm just like, kind of, I want to unfriend, unfollow people that are just like the freaking, feels like burnout symptoms. Yes, that's exactly what it does feel like. Just feeling like this, this. So find your space of just being like a lizard on a rock. How does that sound? Maybe that helps in some way. Just I think, just enjoy the sun. And for those of you who are in the northern hemisphere, just find a space. What I was thinking of yesterday was, remember the good old LPs? For those of you who are in my age of life or stage of life, the good old record, I remember that, just putting that on and just listening to it when I was a young kid, and my parents would just listen to the music. So put music, go onto Spotify, put music on that fulfills you if you don't have sun right now. But that's my go-to. It's just like lying. And yes, the symptoms are most certainly there. And as much as I take the piss, I know that it's a real thing, guys. I know, because I feel it myself. And I'm just like, take a breath, Michelle, just take a breath. But don't let I don't let my head go, is it this, is it that, da, 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 da. I just say, you know what, I'm here right now. What feels good for me in this moment? And it's a learning. So I'm just putting it out there to anybody and everybody. Don't take spirituality so serious, because I feel like we've come down this massive, massive change, the awakening, as we all know, this massive global shift that we're in. There's shifts, but there's also shit that's going with it too. Hi, Deanne. I have my oldest brother who lives in Israel, and his family are there. And they still continue life as much as the stuff is happening. And I'm not here to begrudge anybody, because you never know what the ripple effect is, of what we might say, how we might feel. Everybody's allowed to their own opinion. So again, take on if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's a load of shit in any case. And hey, when we freaking when we leave these physical bodies one day, wouldn't it be cool? Like, we all hanging out and go, so what did you do for ascension processes? And what did you do in that shift? Well, I drank, man. I partied hard. Hello, Lindley. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to have you all here. But, it's just, I think we have forgotten, and we have forgotten what it really means to just be. I can only speak for myself. I learned in the last probably 3 to 4 years, I most certainly was, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And doesn't mean I don't look after my body. Doesn't mean I'm not consciously aware of what I put into my body. But every now and again, I go down a purge. I've said this before, I'm a mouse in my pantry. And I'm like, what have I got to stuff my face with? At the moment, Christmas pies. They've just come into the shops in New Zealand. And I have one every now and again. I'm like, oh my God, this just reminds me of my grandmother's Christmas pies. So you do you is what I want to say, okay? Do you. And remember, the more we laugh, bring those friends into your space that can help you laugh. Bring those friends into your space that can hold space for you when you're crying, when you're upset, that there's no judgment whatsoever. And again, you do you. So I hope this helps in some small way, and I'm going to close my eyes and bring the Council of Eight through. And I don't know, I've never know what they've got to say, but I was sitting and they were just sort of gently saying, go and do a live. And I cringe, I really do, because I'm like, what's going to come out of my mouth, first of all? Becoming consciously aware, and I get really nervous. Okay, so even though I know you guys over here, I get nervous by doing this. So thanks to you, Tim, you pushed me out of the gate with this one. But it's just, my hope is that by what they share and the message that they deliver, is that it helps somebody who's here today, who's maybe feeling unbalanced, who's maybe feeling that they are, or I was going to say, feeling the fear, because there can be, in these monumental times, a lot of fear that we do feel. So I'm going to close my eyes, take a few breaths, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Hello, Rainy. Yay! My team are here. You guys are so cute. You just pull me up. I know, check. I've been awake since 2 a.m. this morning and I'm still going, guys. That's why I was wondering if I should do a live because I was like, what's going to come out of this mouth? Anyway, I will see you on the other side. Mhm. We know that this is a time of rebranding. What do we mean by this? Think of it like this. When cows are being marked, demarcated, they are being branded. And as you are well aware, X marks a spot. But notice how we are showing you with Michelle's hands, X marks a spot. Yet it is a time where humans are holding. It is not X marks the spot. It is X marks the spot. So many of you are putting your own power into the space of X marks the spot. And may we say that, yes, as we are noticing, many of you are holding your breath, wondering, yet many of you are equipped for what is to come. It is not good, it is not bad. There are no referencing from our viewpoint as to where we are and how we exist in the ethers. We say to you that, and we have said this many times, that this is a time of reconciliation. This is a time for you humans to make your landmark. And as you make your landmark, what is it that you are wanting for your land? What is it that you are creating within inside of yourself? Remember, these bodies, these vessels, these meat suits are temples themselves. And we laugh at how Michelle just says things, and it is a light-hearted way in which we see that so many humans are very much in need of right now. So notice how we are holding her shoulders right now. And these are moments where many humans are feeling, 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 feeling. That is the truth of the matter, is it not? You humans have feelings. You humans carry emotions. In your emotional body, which is the body of light, we say to you, what are you choosing in your body of light? What are you choosing not only with your thoughts, yet with your feelings? Feelings, feelings. Feelings can be heavy, can they not? So do you see how we are showing you right now with Michelle's head and hands? Feelings. Feelings go up, feelings go down. Feelings go up, feelings go down. And they are always in motion. So it is as you X marks the spot and the world is wondering, what is next? Yet everyone has everyday lives, do they not? And many of you, may we say, may shrug your shoulders and say, nothing different here. And we laugh and we say, that is the truth. So many of you are hanging up your coats, wondering, is this going to be the change that we have been waiting for? And we say to you, there is always change in every day of every monumental thought and monumental feeling. We did not say feelings, we said feeling. As when one is aware, when one is consciously aware of their feelings, notice how we said that. When one is consciously aware of their feelings. They are not the lows that you have held on to for centuries. It does not mean that you are here right now, observing what we are saying through the vibration of this voice. We are here to share with you equally that you all count, that you are all here to stand up and be counted for, that you are all miracles in your own light. We know many of you have walked a journey. You have walked many journeys in many different lifetimes. Yet this journey is the one that feels the most challenging for most of you. Yet when your body of light, your auric field, feels light, you uplift. You uplift. We uplift. You uplift. It is that simple. So notice when you look at this temple and you say to the temple, what is it you'd like today? How would you like to drink? How would you like to be fed? When you are watering a plant, do you overwater it? Do you drown it and then say sorry to the plant or try and pour the water out? This is when you become unconscious in the awareness of the moment. So as you become consciously aware of your moments, of this vessel and those around you, you are able to notice. You are able to notice. You are able to notice. You are now wondering, what do we mean? When you are noticing, you are softening to yourself. The walls are coming down. Many humans have been through tumultuous times, we know. We have seen, we have observed. Yet now we say to you all, as you are noticing, the force behind the X marks the spot is not as severe as it once was. You humans have stood in many different wars. You humans have been in many different spaces for many different generations. Your father's 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 father and your mother's 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 mother. You would not be here right now if it was not for them. And they have seen and been through many plagues, many wars, an amazing amount of poverty. So we share with you all today that this is a time of lifting up. This is a time of lifting up. This is a time of lifting up. It is not about X marks the spot. As your lives continue regardless, you will continue going to supermarkets, you will continue going for walks, you will continue having hurricanes, you will continue having floods, you will continue having trees growing, you will continue having new life, you will continue having death. Everything continues. That is the moment of noticing. So when you step into that, whatever that is, with a big smile on your faces, with a lighter heart, with a sense of, I am here right now. And it's a sense, yet at the same time, it is a sensation, a vibration of you all being true miracles. Self, love, love, self. All one of the same thing, is it not? So we say thank you one, thank you all. And we end off with a blessing of light. So for those of you who would love to receive in any way, true or form, ask your body right now, your temple, to receive this blessing. We thank you. Namaste, everyone. I hope that helps in some way. And much love. I'm as you are as I am love. Beautiful, I'm all that is, I exist. I love that, Dr. TM. And thank you, Tim. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Rainy, Deanne. Sunsis, I think it is. Thank you for being here. And remember, love is why we are here, guys. Do you see how much calmer I am? But I am going to need toothpicks soon because I'm starting to fade out. Take, as I'm learning, to listen to your pause. We all have it inside of us, and I'm incredibly grateful to be able to share their knowledge, their wisdom, and I'm always in awe of what comes through my mouth, especially with the frequencies that they deliver. So, guys in the States, we've got this, you've got this, and who knows what kind of excitement we have ahead of us. It's like the time I went to Brisbane, I was just thinking of a roller coaster. Holy, I used to love roller coasters. I just can't do roller coasters anymore. I just close my eyes. And then I feel like I'm sick for the rest of the day. Oh man, what it's like to just be young again. Hey, I say to my kids all the time, just enjoy being young. Anyway, that's just me. My stomach just can't handle it, and I wish I could. So if any of you got any ideas as to how to handle going on a roller coaster, because I do love them, but yeah, let me know. So remember, guys, I love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and just keep finding your space, finding your joy. Have a great day wherever you are. 2 days until I vote. Good for you. This will be a great, great channeling to listen to. I don't know if you have been listening. I am the Phoenix, but we got this. Voted early for Kamala Harris and Blue Democratic down the line, Arizona. Beautiful. You know what, guys? I think that's the hard part. Actually, let me end off with this. I was streaming on Facebook early on. Okay. Jesus, how much of our time do we live on? I was sharing this with the community this morning. How much of our time do we spend on wasted time? Hey, anyway, I'm digressing. See, but there was a woman South African woman who'd put a message up on our local community page, and she was putting New Zealanders down. And I thought, wow, that's her perception. She says they're not very huggy, they're not very lovey, and in general, yes, very different to us as South Africans, but not every South African is huggy and lovey either. Okay, I squeeze people when I hug them. So whenever I come to the States, which is next year, I'm going to squeeze you guys when I see you. But it was just interesting because she then decided to create separation because she said, she wants to have people in her church community. And somebody had replied and said, you know what, bring Egyptians into your space and Arabs because they really love to feed you. And they're also very, I want to say, demonstrative. And then she said, yes, I'll invite them into my church community. And I thought, that's creating separation. You've just bitched about the Kiwis who, according to her, do not have the friendliness that South Africans do, and now you're creating you're creating, okay, you're welcome, but only in my church community. So I couldn't help myself. I put a message and I said to her, I respect where you're coming from, but do we not have enough division in this world already? Why does it have to be only for your church community? And I haven't seen if there's an answer, but I just thought religion has already created so much suffering in this world. Religion has already divided so many of us. So what could we do to bring community back? And I know in the community, our Council of Eight community this morning, that's what they spoke about, was communes. How can we bring community back? So find your community, guys. And thank you for being here. Visit NYC and ask for a hug. That's a challenge, Tim. I'll have a big board. Deanne, hopefully you walk past me. We'll show them. But we've got to have fun in this world. And yes, let's stop with the separation. Let's bring in the love. And I wish you all luck if you are voting. You do you. You know what is feeling right for you, who feels right for you. And my hope, once again, is that for the United States, that whoever comes in is for the greater good of humanity. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being and hanging out with me on this wonderful Monday afternoon. Have a beautiful day, guys. Love you all. Bye.